In school. Today we are going to continue the cost and revenue analysis, right? This is the last aspect with regards to the cost analysis, okay? The cost and revenue, we have segregated cost differently and revenue differently. We are discussing the cost analysis right now. In the cost analysis, we have seen various types of that. Average cost, total cost, all this aspect we have seen. Now, very important thing we are going to see, that is marginal cost. So, what is the marginal cost? When there is a product, and in the product when you use additional quantity, additional unit along with that, that is what we call marginal cost. For example, I have this marker. When I am adding an extra unit with the marker, I have 10 markers for example. When I am including one more marker, when I have 11 markers, that is what we call marginal, which means you have already some quantity. In that quantity, when you use additional quantity, additional unit, additional output, that is what we call marginal cost. Okay, let's see the meaning. The cost of last single unit produced, the additional made to the total cost by producing the extra unit of the output. So what happened here? When we are adding up, see here, addition made to the total cost. So in the output, when you make extra adjustment with the total by producing the extra unit, when you are adding the extra cost, you must see that there should be an extra production also. Okay, so when there is a extra in cost and extra in production, that is what we call marginal cost. You can identify with the help of formula. MC is equal to change in total cost, change in quantity. Okay, this represents change, right? So MC, marginal cost, is equal to change in total cost divided by change in quantity. How? We'll identify with the help of this figure. We have to quantity, we have to total cost. How we have seen in the previous class. Total cost. Now quantity 0, 1 to 5. In the previous class we have identified how the total cost take place. 1000, 1200, 1300, 1400, 1600 and 1900. Average fixed cost plus average variable cost. When you add it, you will get the total cost. Now we have to identify the marginal cost. How will identify? For the first figure it will be 0. So first figure will be nil. You will not have any value, right? For the next one, you take this minus this. So this value minus this. This value minus this. This value minus this. So 1200 minus 1000, 200. 1300 minus 1200, 100. 1400 minus 1300, 100. 1600 minus 1400 is 200. 1900 minus 1600 will give you 300, which means the lower value minus upper value, because first one value it will be 0 because we don't have upper value. Upper value is 0. So if you minus with 0, it should come 0. So that's the reason we will not get anywhere here. After that, you should take the lower balance with the upper balance and you will get one figure. That is what we call marginal cost value, right? Now we'll draw one diagram. We have took the x-axis, we have took the y-axis. X-axis as quantity, y-axis and cost. We have given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as a quantity, right? For a cost, we have took 100, 200 and 300. See here, for 0, we don't have any value. For 1, it's 200. For 1, we have marked 200. For 2, it's 100. For 2, it's 100. For 3, it's 100. Same here. For 3, it's 100. For 4, it's 200. For 4, it's 200. For 5, it's 300. See, for 5, it's 300, right? With this, we'll make it as a MC curve, right? You go in a U shape and that's formed as a MC curve. So it's a simple way. MC curve is nothing but, marginal cost is nothing but, when you produce any product, in the product when you use extra cost and extra product, that is what we call marginal cost. We'll take the quantity with your own total cost we have already found in the previous class, and that will minus the MC. We'll identify the MC. How? Lower value minus upper value, you will get the figure and it will have a MC. We have the 4 properties for this. Let's see. MC falls due to more use of variable factors. So what is the reason that MC curve falls from 200? Why it reaches to 100? What is the reason? Means there is a extra variable factor. All the factors keeps on coming, keeps on changing. That's the reason it's falling. Okay, first point. Because of the variable factors, MC curve, marginal cost fall down. MC curve slopes down upwards after the decrease. And what happened? There is a decrease, then it remains the same, and after that it's moved forward. That's what it says. MC curve, marginal curves, slopes upward. It goes up after the degrees. First they decrease and later on it is increasing, right? It is a U-shaped curve. So no doubt it's a U-shaped curve, right? The shape of TC is MC. So how the TC curve is there, how the total curve will be there, in the same way MC curve will be there. So total MC curve and total curve will be same. How? Because both will have a U shape. Both will have a U shape as well. Okay. Next, let's go to the relationship between AC and MC. So what is the relationship between the average cost and marginal cost? They have the unique relationship between both, and the relationship can be understood with the help of this diagram. We have two x-axis as quantity, y-axis as cost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From 200 to 1200 we have to see. MC we have just now drawn. For 1 it's 200, 2 it's 100, 3 it's 100, 4 it's 200 and 5 it's 300. So we have marked and make it as MC. Right? For AC you have to go to your previous class and we have to find. For 1 it's 200. For 2 it's 650. For 3 it's 466. For 4 it's 360 and for 5 it's 300. See? Both are meeting at the 300th point. This is the point which we have to take care of. Where MC and AC meets. That's point we call the unique relationship. There is a perfect relationship between the AC and MC where AC cuts the MC, right? We have 4 properties for this. Point number 1. When AC is falling, MC is also below AC. What happened? When AC, see the AC is falling, what happened? MC is below, it's very down. When AC is going down, MC is going very down. That's what the first point. AC become constant, then MC is equal to 0. Then what happened? AC and MC meets. AC and MC meets. When it meets, it becomes constant. Both MC and AC will become equal. Next what happened? AC increases and MC also increases. What happened? When AC increases, MC increases up. When AC increases, what happened? MC. When average cost increases, marginal cost goes above the average cost. When MC, marginal cost going up, then average cost going up, marginal cost what take? It goes upper than the average cost. That is what the name. And MC cuts at the minimum point and marginal cost will cut the average cost at the minimum point. This is what the property with regard to relationship between AC and L. Where we have to see where and why the curve cuts each other. There is the maximum satisfaction received by the average and marginal aspect. Okay. And the last and the final regards with the cost analysis, we have long run cost curve. What is long run cost curve? Like the short run, we see the all different kind of cost that is needed for the day-to-day aspect. When the cost is needed for the over period of time, for 5 years, for 10 years, for 15 years, with regards to machinery, with regards to stock, with regards to plant, with regards to building, all this kind of asset when takes in the business, those cost, those essential, those readings, those theories, we are known as long run cost, right? Here all factors of production are variable. Here in the long cost what happened, every factors will be changeable. But in the short run there is a fixed thing. So cost will remain fixed, production will remain fixed and the various aspect also will remain fixed. But in the long term, the first and more important aspect is every factor of production, whether it's land, whether it's labor, whether it's capital, whether it's organization, everything will get changing. Okay? There is a no fixed cost and there is a no fixed inputs. And second most important thing, cost will not be fixed and the input will also will not be fixed. Okay? You can identify with the help of formula. Long average cost is equal to total long curve divided by Q. Total long cost divided by quantity. Okay? And this cost, long run cost curve, is also known as plan curve, envelope curve, boot shape curve and planning curve. Okay? Now we have drawn this one. Quantity as X, cost as Y. See the big one. We have drawn like a ship. We have drawn like a ship. We have drawn like this as a long run curve. LAC. A big one. So it's like a boot. That's a name. It's a name, boot. Boot shape. See, it's a big one. And inside that you have to draw 4 or 5 short run curves. See, small u, small u, SAVC. So short run curve 1, short run curve 2, short run curve 3, short run curve 4, short run curve 5. So small curve. So when you draw a big curve, on the above there is a small curve. That is what we call non-curve. Example, simple way. In a long term, in a long run curve, we also take the short run curve in order to have the maximum utilization of cost analysis. How effective you can utilize the cost in the business and how it is going to help the business. All this aspect we can take in a long term. So what happened? It's a big shape. This big shape, no, here every cost analysis, every cost aspect will take and will identify where they are leaking, where there is a problem, where there is extra benefit. So inside that we'll draw another. So inside that we'll have many cost, many small cost, marginal cost, average cost, dividend cost, profit cost. All the costs will include in that and identify the total output what we are doing in the cost analysis. How can we are using the cost? In what way we should use? In the appropriate way. All these kind of aspects we can identify with the help of long run cost curve. With this cost analysis gets over, in the future classes we'll see the revenue analysis. How the business is generating the revenue from the business, how it is going to generate it, what it has the impact on the business. All these various things we'll see, and the various curves will explain, and how it has the dealing with the cost, revenue and cost, how merging together for the betterment of business. That is what we'll see in the future class. Thank you, students.